Let's talk about why day traders lose money when it comes to trading. Now, I'll actually answer this with a quick story from someone that's in my program. I had someone that went through our program, we'll just call them Bob. He went through and basically said in a global post to everyone in the program currently that I see that 80% of the students that go through this program are successful. And there's 20% of the students that are not successful. No matter what I do, I'm always a part of this 20% that are not successful. And it's been a full year. I've lost $1,500. And no matter what I do, I just keep being a loser. So I responded back publicly, and I'll read it out loud because I don't want to mess it up, to basically say this. Let's go deeper on why the 1K piece is interesting to me. I'm willing to bet that you may not be holding to the correct take profit areas because you only, quote unquote only, lost $1,500, which means that you're the opposite of what most people are generally having problems with, which is holding too long. So if you're holding too short in this scenario, that after 200 whole entire trading days where you're able to actually trade, you lose only a K of money, then realistically your trades are extremely short in nature, period. So that basically means that either there may be some lack of fear or confidence when it comes to the trades that we need to diagnose so we can fix, or you're simply just actually not identifying the correct take profit areas, which means actually respecting the strategy as a whole. Because the strategy, again, right, is you have pre-planned entries, you have pre-planned exits for a win and pre-planned exits for a loss. So something's not happening there because you're holding too short, because if it's been 200 days of you actually trading, it doesn't make sense how that would be the case just from a loss perspective. I don't want you to have a big loss or anyone listening to this, but the numbers don't really add up, right? So I basically said, cool, so let's actually do a little coaching call, but in the Slack chat room. And let's do it this way. Attach your 5-minute chart and your 1-minute chart. A 5-minute chart of a past trade you did with your zones actually identified on it that you took in a trade off of, and the 1-minute chart openly to say, here's the candle confirmations, here's exactly what I entered, here's my pre-planned at the time exit for a win and pre-planned exit for a loss. Actually identify all of that so I can actually diagnose is it a technical analysis issue or is it a trader psychology issue, and then we can dig deeper on it literally right here live in front of everyone. So seems fair. I don't know, let me know in the comments, was that fair of a response? And then I get the response back totally ignoring the question of what I just asked and basically saying, oh, actually I didn't lose $1,500, I actually lost $2,500, and I currently have a win rate of, I believe it was 67%. So again, no matter what I do, I keep losing, I need help. And then I respond back, cool, understand. So I definitely want to understand, is it actually 1,500 or is it the 2,500 or is it that plus that? Like, what's going on? But still, copy paste, could you respond to this question here? And then I basically get, funny enough, no response for 10 minutes. So then I see you're online. Okay, that makes sense, Bob. Let me send a follow-up question, because other people in the comments are asking like, hey Maurice, if Bob doesn't respond back, could I get help instead? Or could you actually answer me? I'm having a similar question, so on and so forth. And I'm like, okay, I'll get to you soon, but we need to work with Bob first. So I'm waiting for Bob to reply. And then Bob basically puts a post, basically finally respond back, I think after about 25, 30 minutes or so, to say that, okay, well, I'm jumping on a call with such and such, who's an older student that's in the program. And so I respond back, let me actually find this. So keep in mind, for full transparency, we have multiple coaches in the program. So this person was coached by another coach in my program. So I responded back with this. After talking to your coach, it seems like there's typically an issue with sharing your trades when asked multiple times. At the same time, transparently for me, I want to say that the more coachable you are, the more you can actually get help. So if you hold back on actually sharing your trades, there's only so much we can do. Now, that basically means that the coach that he was coached by, but Bob was coached by, has asked multiple times, hey, you said you have an issue. I hear the complaint. That's fine. We can fix it. Send me your trades so I can review them and we can fix it. We can go from there. Bob never, ever sends the actual trades. So when you think about it, why day traders lose money, or at least in this scenario, it's because of lack of accountability. If you're not accountable to actually what you're doing and you don't want to own up to it, you can't be successful. It doesn't make any sense. If someone's literally out there and puts their hand out and says, hey, I can help you so you don't fall off this cliff, and you just fall off the cliff, you can't blame me for the fact that you fell off the cliff as you're falling. You didn't put your hand out to try to trust me to try to get help. So let me know, if you join a program, if you try to get help from someone that's getting day trading or anything, are you serious enough to where that you will put everything on the table so you can get the help you need? Or are you going to be like Bob? Because if you want to be like Bob, I'm telling you, you will not be successful when it comes to day trading. You have to take accountability to everything you're doing. Put all your cards on the table. I could put all my cards on the table, and I can help you as much as possible. So don't be like Bob.